Hey fellas, I'm back at it with this 2012 Chevy Equinox, and I'm using this car to point out to you the location of the starter fuse and the starter relay. So let's get under the hood. We're going to open this fuse box by squeezing here and lifting up, and then squeezing in the back and lifting up as well. I'll start with the fuses first. There's really two important fuses. The first one I'll show you is this 10 amp fuse here. This provides power to the engine control module. That is the control module that ultimately engages the starter relay. Another important fuse is this 30 amp J-case fuse here. This provides the actual power to the starter relay that is sent to the starter. And if you need to remove this relay, it's hard to do without breaking that top piece off. But if it does come off, you can grab needle nose here just on the side and just wiggle it side to side while you lift up. This is a 30 amp J-case fuse. If you need another fuse to temporarily swap into this one, you can use your 30 amp fuse here, which is for the power seat. Now onto the relay. The starter relay is this relay right here. And my favorite way to troubleshoot this relay is I'll have someone try to start the car, and I'll just be tapping on the relay. I can also wiggle the relay. What that does is sometimes relays get stuck, and tapping it or wiggling the relay can sometimes get the relay to unstick. Beyond that, what I like to do is I'll go and pop the relay out, and I'll swap in another 4-pin relay. Here I'm using the defog relay. That's a good candidate for me because all the cars I work on rarely use the defog. You could use any of these 4-pin relays, but I would suggest not using these two, as these are important relays for the engine running. So yeah, we've swapped the relays, we've tapped on them. Let's go over how this is wired. So one troubleshooting step you can do for experts only, you can connect pin 30 with pin 87, and what this will do is it will directly send power to the starter solenoid from your fuse here. So if you connect these two pins, you're bypassing the computer, the ignition switch, all of that stuff. So don't do that unless you know that the car is in park. It's just for pros only. Connecting these two pins should result in the engine turning over, assuming that the battery is good, that the starter is good, that the wiring is good, and also that the engine is not seized. So yeah, I hope that this information was helpful for you. Please do let me know if you have any questions, or more importantly, if you have any advice for troubleshooting the starter on your Equinox.